This is Brother J. Israel. I want to touch on a topic that's going on around, and this is minor, but I'm going to touch on the topic anyway because it's really not minor. The argument is minor because we facing a lot of things as a people, as black people, as a melanated nation, as the biblical Israelites. We're facing a lot of things. But this is major. The argument is kind of minor, talking about some music, but it's not minor in the sense that people who are saying that rap music and hip hop has helped the black community, that's only the people that are totally lost and the people that are benefiting financially off of it. Because anybody else, you will have to just tell the truth. Don't just lie because you liked one of the artists or several of the artists or because you grew up on the music. We grew up doing a lot of foolish things. When you're a child, you do childlike things. But when you become a man or a woman, you put away childish things. At least that's what a wise person do. So if you're an adult and you still doing the same things that you did when you was 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, and you 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, then that tell you everything you need to know about yourself. Right there. Because as you grow and mature, you develop mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. You grow more mature. You get older, you're supposed to get wiser, but that don't happen with everybody. That's why the old saying, a young fool, if they don't change, just becomes an old fool. But to the argument that's going on amongst people like Dr. Umar, and Fat Joe chimed in, and other people are chiming in. People like some of the old school guys who did the more positive form of rap and hip hop, like Professor Griff. They know that this new form of hip hop and what they changed rap and hip hop into, the shoot 'em up, bang bang, kill each other, gang bang, and death music. Y'all know that's not right. And anybody who trying to say that is right, you sick. You got self-hatred, because there's no other group in the world that uses the music, which is a form of entertainment, to try to destroy its own people. It's no other group in the world that's telling they people to kill each other through the music. And then that music becomes the number one music of the people, the soundtrack of the people, basically. So the soundtrack of black people is kill a nigga, kill a nigga, kill a nigga. Or girl, you a hoe, you a bitch. That's the soundtrack of black music as far as what they put out through hip hop. And these people are trying to say, oh, that's right and that's cool. Sell drugs, do this. Everything is about money. Are any of the songs talking about, not saying don't just give me one or two out of a million, is the message of the music to promote growth in the community, to promote loving each other, to promote feeling good about life and helping each other, developing black minds? No, it's about destruction. Who do you think fuels that destruction? Who owns those record labels? Who hires these men and women, these boys and girls? Because a lot of them, they might be men and women as far as their physical age, but they ain't men and women as far as maturity and responsibility, because if you were mature and responsible and cared, even if you sold drugs, even if you did kill somebody, which most of them don't, but even if you did that stuff, you're not going to promote it to your people, promote it to little boys and little girls, because you know that's wrong. And you actually would care. Remember, back in the day, it was a time where even if the drug dealer in the neighborhood, not all of them, but the ones that actually had some goodness in them, the drug dealer, the pimp, or somebody, whether what they said was rational or not, they still would say things like, man, even though I do this, I'm not going to let y'all do that, or don't do that, man. This ain't right. Or I'm going to try to save this little young brother from going down that path, or this sister from going down that path. Now, I say it's not rational because you can't tell somebody, well, you can't show somebody a lifestyle or something and then show some type of success, meaning money, because that's what people see as success in this world, or popularity. You can't show somebody that and then say do something different. That's typically not gonna work. The person gonna do what they see you do, or do what's popular, and that's how it perpetuates into the community, because they make these videos, these rappers, they make these videos, they make these people make these movies, but specifically the music, because music is natural within our people. Music resonates with us. The Most High made us to revel and flourish in music. We enjoy that. Beats, rhythm, that's a part of us. We all know that. That's why you get excited when the beats come on and you get up. Even a baby gets up and dances. They take that, they get the rejects, the criminals, the ones that's totally lost in our community, and they pay them some money to feed the worst images, the worst mindset, the worst behavior, to feed it back to our people and say, hey, this is cool, man. It's cool if you sell drugs. It's cool if you call your women whores and bitches, even though we all know that's somebody mama, sister, and daughter. But these same guys wouldn't want nobody to call their mama, sister, or daughter a bitch or a hoe. It don't make no sense. You know that's not right to talk to no woman like that. And we done all been guilty of that, dealing with this foolishness. But then when you know better, you do better. You learn like, man, that's not right. Why am I doing this? Let me get this off my spirit. And the unfortunate part is a lot of these guys are 40, 50, and 60 years old trying to still say that this stuff is right because they getting a check cut from the white man. Because that's who own the labels. Different Caucasians, that's who own the labels. The small hats, that's who learn the record labels, that's who own the labels. So that's who is governing over them and telling them to do all of this. And then they give it back to the people. And we'll ask questions like, man, why they need somebody black? Why they need another Israelite? Why they need somebody black to do this to the people, to get this message to the people? If they wanted to tell people, to young brothers and sisters, to do wrong and to go to jail and to be whores and to be drug dealers and all, why they just couldn't show somebody white doing it? Why they just couldn't tell us to go do it? Well, we know we're not going to follow them. You have to put a black face behind it. You have to make it look cool. Make it look like it ain't no consequences, or the consequences like going to prison. Make it look like going to prison is cool. How do being locked up in a cage How is that cool for a human being? That ain't even cool for an animal. Even an animal got sense enough to not want to be locked in a cage. But some of these people are so spiritually dead and so mentally dead, they think it's cool to be locked up in a cage. But it tell you everything you need to know about that person. That it ain't nothing but demons and wickedness on that person, because who would want to be locked up in a cage? Who would want to be in a cage with another human being that's your same gender? Who would want to be going through this? Who would want to be away from their family? Who would want to be letting these white people make money off of you? And if y'all act like y'all don't know that, y'all know that they make money off of prisoners. That's the new slavery, even though it ain't new. It's even written in the Constitution. If you a prisoner, slavery is lawful as long as somebody's a prisoner. They make the people do prison industry. They make them work in prison for little to nothing. They may get 10 cents, $1 a day for 8-10 hours of work. Slavery. The people have to pay taxes on each prisoner. It creates thousands and thousands of jobs. It's all about money, and it's all about destroying black people. And y'all trying to pretend like y'all don't know that. Y'all should be ashamed, but y'all don't have no shame because y'all are demonic and y'all heartless. And y'all think y'all getting away with it, but you not, because the Most High Yah is judging everybody, and you gonna get it. Trust me, you gonna get it. So y'all better live it up now. Y'all doing wickedness and promoting all this stuff. You better live it up now, because you ain't got nothing coming in the next life. Talking all that madness and that wickedness, talking about hip hop ain't did no damage, don't do damage to the community, ain't did that, it's been good for the people. And then y'all fools talking about, look how many millionaires have came out of hip hop, and what have they done? Where your black schools at? Where your schools for? And I'm just using the term black, we Israelites. But where's the schools at? Where the hospitals at? Giving people free health care. Where the schools at? I ain't talking about no schools that have no influence by no Caucasians or no other race. I'm talking about for us, that help us, and that's righteous. Where can a mother go to get her bills paid if she lose her job? Where can a father go if he's struggling to take care of his family, or if he need counseling or guidance? Where can he go that these people have provided? What do? Don't tell me about giving out no turkeys. Giving out turkeys, you're an idiot. You're not supposed to be celebrating the massacre of melanated people, so-called black and Native American people, which most of them was black too. You trying to celebrate the massacre of these people by celebrating Thanksgiving, talking about giving out some turkeys that they probably shooting up with some poison anyway. Giving out some toys. What's some toys gonna do when somebody can't eat? What's some toys gonna do when they can't pay their bills? What's one toy gonna do for a child? Won't you set up a scholarship fund? Something like that. They give out some toys, some food once or twice a year. Oh, wow. People spend thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And it ain't just the rappers, it be the athletes too. On the shoes, on the clothes, on the music. People follow y'all like crazy on social media. They worship y'all, which that's part of the problem. Worshiping idols. That goes against the Most High God. That go against Yah. People worship y'all, and y'all give back a few crumbs. So what? They give back that little stuff. That's nothing. That ain't nothing but a tax write-off to them. That's nothing. So I'm going to break down the system for y'all. Y'all will say, well, how it work? They give a rapper, let's say I'm gonna say a funny name. This what they names be anyway. Crazy stuff like that. Lil Pistol Starter. They give Lil Pistol Starter a contract. The first word in contract is con, so it's a con anyway. But anyway, they give him a contract. Let's say he get a certain amount of money. He ain't getting much. He getting a certain amount of pennies on the dollar for whatever music sales that he do. Most of the money he get gonna come from touring, and they even taking that money. But they give him whatever money. Let's just say, I don't know, we gonna just say he made $1 million in this year. That's a lot of money, but it really ain't in this economy. But he made $1 million in 2023. Okay. What's $1 million if he gonna help send, let's just say if he just helps send 1,000 brothers to prison listening to his music. Just 1,000. Okay. Out of that 1,000 brothers and sisters that go to jail, you know how much money they gonna make off of each one? I think they make something like 43,000 a year off of each prisoner. But we know they send way more. They help send way more than 1,000 brothers and sisters to jail in a year off they crazy music, especially the top guy. Not to mention all the money from the court costs, lawyer fees, all the jobs, that add up to way more. Now we know these rappers ain't making no $1 million a year anyway. It might be a couple. And we know they influence way more than 1,000. So I'm just giving you a silly number just so you can kind of get it. We know they influence hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people to go to prison or to get killed, to do crimes, to harm other people. So that little money that they give them out, that ain't nothing. That's pennies. That's just an investment. They'll be willing to make the investment for what they gonna get in the long run. We know when they send somebody to prison, they ain't sending you to prison for no 1 year sentence. So them 1,000 brothers and sisters that's gonna go to jail, they gonna get between 3, minimum 3, maximum, who knows, 20, 40 years, life. So they gonna make that 43,000 for that one person over and over and over again. Not to mention all the other money that accrued from the court cases, the lawyer fees and all that. And that's just each person. So I got a thing I'm gonna put up to break down some of the math on it to give y'all a better idea. I'm not a mathematician. Now we gonna have the fools that try to, they gonna try to break down the numbers and dissect all that, because it's always somebody trying to make an excuse for wickedness and for doing wrong. Nobody ever make an excuse to do right. Everybody just want to make an excuse to do wrong. Hip hop ain't did nothing. Ultimately, it gave a few people some money. They ain't did nothing with it for the community. Not nothing major. It made our people idolize human beings even further. Be envious. Think money is the goal. Get money by any means necessary, even if you have to sell your soul. Even if you have to sell your morals. Even if you have to get somebody killed. even if you have to kill somebody, even if you have to do all type of homosexual and sexual perversions and all type of stuff. No matter what you got to do, you got to get this money. You got to be famous. Satanic wickedness. Look up to somebody just because they got some money, just because they make a song. That's somebody that should be looked up to. Just because they could shoot a basketball or catch a football, that's somebody that should be looked up to. Why? You should look up to somebody based off their character, their spirit, their morals, what they stand for, not what because they do a certain thing, a certain job. What does that mean? Especially if the job, I don't want to say me, but I've done it before. I'm not going to be no hypocrite. But we look at these people like they heroes, and who they help. What have they done? A hero is somebody that is helping families through crisis and tragedy. It was a brother in the news not too long ago. I think this was in Detroit a couple of years back. The brother lost his life. He would go around and he was rescuing and helping children that have been abducted and abused and kidnapped and stuff like that, and somebody killed them. That's a hero. Because you make a song talking about killing black people, you're not a hero. You shouldn't be a hero to us. Yeah, you're probably a hero to, you know what I'm saying, Caucasians and other races that hate us. You're a hero to the white supremacist system, yeah. Because you helping to get rid of blacks. So yeah, you're a hero to them. You shouldn't be a hero to us unless you actually doing something that really progresses our people, not something that sets us back. Killing a bunch of us, getting a bunch of people sitting in prison, teaching people to degrade themselves, that's setting us back. That ain't helping us in no way. I don't care what beat you put it to. Telling a woman that she ain't got no worth just because you put a beat to it don't make it right. I don't care how catchy it is, it don't make it right. You can put any jingle to it, telling somebody mama that she a worthless hoe. It's nothing good about that. You can put any beat or jingle to it that you want, telling another brother, because if he's black, if he's an Israelite, that's your brother, telling another brother how you want to blow his brains out and how you gonna blow his brains out, or he should go blow another brother brains out or another sister. I don't care what jingle or beat you put to it, that don't make it good or right. You are an abomination. You are an assassin for the white man. He using you to go around. You a robot. He program you and you go off and he say, go kill me some niggas. Whether you do it with your own hands, whether you do it with your mouth and you got influence to command other blacks to go do it, whether you do it with your mind, whether you do it through a movie that you make or a role you play, if you can play a real convincing acting role where you can get them to want to join gangs and do all this, well, that's great. I'll give you an award for it. I'll tell you how great you are, give you a movie because you helping white supremacy. And y'all know it. That's the bottom line. Y'all just scared, confused, lost, and in denial. And it's better to just tell the truth and say, hey, man, I just don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn. I don't care about my people. I only care about getting money, care about myself. But y'all don't want to say that because that's too real and that's too honest and truthful. And the devil ain't nothing but a lie. So the devil got to trick you into believing that they actually care about you. These people's is devils. They don't care about you. The same person that's trying to make an argument for these things, these the same people that sit up and tell our women that they bitches and hoes all day, all of them. They tell each other how they want to hurt and kill each. They don't care nothing about you. And they know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about all of them. I ain't even got to name names because it's every single one of them. All they want is y'all continue money and support, and they want y'all to keep worshiping them and telling them how great they are. That's what they want. And since y'all lost, and since life is hard and tough, that's an escape for y'all, looking at these things, looking at these movies, listening to this music, and y'all frustrated because of our conditions. But we in these conditions because we disobeyed the Most High Yah. Deuteronomy 28, read it. It tell you everything that happened to our people, that we going through and that we went through in the past, and that we gonna go through into the future because we disobeyed the Most High God, the Most High Yah. It explains everything. Going into captivity, slavery, prison, women ruling over you, going around, walking around, madness, blindness, walking around in the day with nothing to do, unemployed, having to borrow from other nations, all the other nations being ahead of us, being able to not defeat our enemies. They killing us in the streets, been killing us. It explains it all. And y'all don't got to wake up if you don't want to. You could stay asleep. But don't pretend like you helping no people in no way, because y'all ain't nothing but fake and false. And you gonna be judged for it. Y'all think it's a game till it's not. Play with Yah if you want to. I'm out. Jay Israel. All praise to the Most High Yah.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 18 and verse 7. And it reads, And shall not Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.